In this video, you will learn how to create a modern website for solar panel or electric energy company using WordPress. I will walk you through each step from choosing the right theme to customize content. This easy tutorial is perfect for beginners or anyone who want to create a professional looking website for solar energy company. If you are someone who want to create this kind of website, then without further ado, let's get started now. So the first thing that you have to do is to log into the dashboard of your website. Right here you can see I already have a WordPress dashboard and I am already logged in here. Here you can see it doesn't have anything. If I go back here under appearance and themes, you can see I don't have any themes here. I don't even have 2025 theme. So what I actually have to do is to click on this add new theme, and then from here you can just click on this install button. So once I will just click on this install button, the theme will get installed. And now as I go back here, you can see this is how our theme is looking. Let's just go back to the front end and let's just give it a refresh. So here you can see this is how it is looking. Now I am going back from here. So let's just begin by creating our website. So first of all, what we need to do is to install this theme. So for that, just click on add new theme, and once you will click on add new theme, you will have to click on this upload theme, and then you will have to choose the file. I already have a theme file that we are going to use. This theme is called Zing Box. I'm going to install this file from here. I'll just have to drag the file and paste the file here. Here you can see I have already selected this file, so you can just click on this install now button, and once you will click on this install now button, it will automatically start installing the theme for you. Now you will have to wait until it is actually installing the theme. So once it will get installed, you will see something like this. From here, just click on this activate button. And once you will click on the activate button, you will find yourself here. Here you can see our theme is Zing Box. I will provide you the theme file in the description of this video, but this is for only the education purposes. If you want to use the theme for any commercial reasons, I recommend you to go to the original website on the themeforest and buy the theme from the original developer. Now let's just go back from here. Here, as you will install this theme, you will find this notification where it says that this theme requires the following plugin. So we need to install all of these required plugins. For that, you can just click on begin installing plugins, and then from here just click here and check mark all of these, and then where it says bulk action, click install and then click apply. And once you will click apply, it will automatically start installing all of these plugins all at once. Once again, you will have to wait until it is doing its thing, and here you can see this has been installed. Now you can just click on return to plugin installer and you will get back here. From here, once again click there, and then from here just choose activate and then click apply. And once you will click apply, this will automatically start activating all of these plugins. Now I guess we have 10 or 12 different plugins available. In order to confirm, you can just click on this plugins section right here, and once you will click on this plugins section, there you can basically see all of the plugins. You might get something like this. From here you can just select the URL and remove anything in the URL, and then you will be back to your WordPress dashboard right here how I am. So once you are here, just click on this plugins, and once you will click on the plugins, from here you can actually confirm that you have all of the required plugins that we actually need to use this theme. Alright, now that we have confirmed that we have all of these different plugins activated, we can actually start importing the theme demo data. In order to import the theme demo data, what you have to do is to hover over to this appearance, and then from here you will find this option import demo data. Just click on this import demo data, and once you will click here, just scroll down and you will find this button import demo data. Just click on this import demo data button, and here it will ask you some additional thing. You can just select whatever you want to install. So I'm going to select all of these, and then you can just click on continue and import. These are some additional plugins that it requires, so it won't take a lot of time for you to get them installed. Then you will be redirected to this importing content section where it is showing this kind of cursors. So it is basically doing its thing in the background, and then in here you will have to wait until your theme data is getting installed. Now this depends on a lot of different things. This also depends on your hosting type and your internet connection. If both of those things are good, this will be fairly fast, otherwise it will take quite some time. So I'm going to pause this video from here, and then I'll continue once it will get imported successfully. Alright, so here you can see our demo data is successfully installed. Now in order to check this, you can just click on this visit site, and once you will click on visit site, this will automatically open your website in a new tab, and here you can confirm that your demo data is imported how it have to be. Now there is a thing. In this theme you get 8 different kind of home pages and then bunch of other pages with the different kind of templates. We are going to decide what we want to keep. Now the good part about this theme is that you also get to keep the shop page, where you can basically sell different kind of solar plates or components according to solar energy. That's basically your choice. And then you also have a page for the news or the blog. It can be your choice if you want to keep it as news or you want to keep it as blog. Then you get to keep the different kind of pages for the services. You have a page for the services where you can display different kind of services in one place, and then you can also have a dedicated page for each type of services. So it can be the parent and the child kind of pages. Here there you can see this is the template for the services page. Now after that you also have an about us page, team, FAQ, pricing, and a few other pages. And then let's come back to the main part, the home page. So in the home page you get 8 different kind of pages. Now it is our choice what we want to keep. I am actually focusing on solar panels, so I'm going to keep something that is related to solar panels. Now this template right here, this is for the solar energy. I don't need this. This is home 2. This is home 2, and this is also related to wind based solar energy. I don't need this, so I'll just close this. And then we have this template right here, which is actually focused on solar panels, but this is purely for e-commerce kind of thing. I'm not completely oriented toward this, so I'll just close this one as well. And then you also have this one, which is something that is related to solar panels, so we can actually keep that. And then you can go through the other pages that we have, but I also have a preferences for this home 8, and I guess I am going to go forward with the home 8 because on this you can see you have a slider in here. You can use it as a slider. Then as I scroll down, you can see you have a section for your company, which can be about us. You can talk about your company and what you do, and then you have a section for the services where you can display different kind of services. And then you have a section for why choose us or why they should choose you, and here you can also talk about some propositions. And then you have a working process sections, and then a section for the gallery, and you also have a section for the blogs. And then you have a section kind of like the call to action section, but you can use it as a video section as well. And then you have a testimonial section right here, and at the end you have a footer. So for me this looks like a complete page of a website that is providing some sort of services or selling some kind of product. If you are someone who wants to sell products, here on the home page you can just incorporate a section for the shop on this home page, and then it will be good. So let's just continue with the home 8. In order to start working on the home 8, what you have to do is to go back to the dashboard where we were. So this was where we at, and here we have got this success message that our demo data has been imported. Now we actually have to refine the things, and we need to get rid of additional things that we don't desire. So in order to do that, just click on this pages, and once you will click on this pages option right here, you can see we have 41 pages. Guys, we don't need 41 pages. So let's just go through these pages and get rid of what we don't need. So here you can see for the cart, this is set to as the cart page, so this page is functional and other pages are not functional. So I'm just going to select these pages and I'm going to delete the pages that are not required. We of course need a contact page. We will also use the FAQ page. I am going to use home 8, so I am going to get rid of all the other home pages that we have in here. Only going to keep the home 8 from here, and then we also not need my account because this is not a functional page. So once there, you can just click on bulk action, and then you can just click on move to trash, and then just click apply. And once you will click apply, all of them will be moved to the trash. Now here you can see we have 29 pages. I am not able to see all of the 29 pages in here, so what you can do is to click on this screen options, and once you click here you can see it says number of items per page. Right now it is set to 20. You can set it to 30, 40, 50, whatever you want. I'm setting it to 30, and then you can click on apply, and this time on this page you can actually see all of the pages that we have on the website. Now we don't need the wish list page from here. And then this is slider tf, a shop page. These shop pages are not functional. This is a sample page, comes from WordPress by default. The refund and returns policies comes by default, and then you have a project page, privacy policy, we don't need them actually, and then you have a pricing page, this my account page, we don't need it. So I have selected all of these pages, and then from here you can just click on move to trash, and then you can click apply. And once you will click apply, all of them will move to the trash, and now you can see we have 25 pages on the trash and 16 pages here. Now here you can see the first page, it says 100 wind solar icons. I guess this page is only dedicated to the icons, and this is a place where they are actually showing you a bunch of the icons that they have used throughout this website. So this is a page that we don't need as well, so I'm just going to send it to the trash because we don't need it. And then you have a blog standard page. Here you can see it says blog standard. You can just click on quick edit, and I'm going to remove the standard part from here, and then you can just click update, and now the page name is blog. So we have about, blog, cart, checkout, contact, FAQ, home 8. I'm going to rename it to only home because we don't have any other pages anymore. So this is home, and then we have my account, price, project. I probably don't need project, so let's just view, or in your case you might need the project and you want to showcase different kind of projects that you have completed, so let's just keep it in that sense. And then services, shop, what do we have in the slide tf? Let's just have a look. In the slide tf you have these different sliders that they have used throughout these websites, so I guess I don't need that, so I'll just trash them out as well because they are not relevant. And at the last we have a wish list page. I'm going to remove the wish list because we don't need a wish list as well, so I'll just click the trash in here, and that is not required. So we are down to the 13 pages, and all of these 13 pages are the essential pages that we are going to use. Now if I go back here and if I will give it a refresh, you will notice that some of the things will break, like something like this. The menu is not functional in the right way anymore because we have removed a lot of pages and it doesn't recognize what to display where. So we need to fix the menus first of all. In order to do that, hover over to appearance and then click on the menus, and once you will click on the menus, you will get back here. Now here you can see it says bottom menu. What we actually are interested in is to look in for main or primary menu. So just select that and then click select, and here anything that is red, we actually have removed that, so you can get rid of that. And in order to get rid of that, just click on this arrow and then click remove, and once you will click remove, this will basically remove that thing or that element from the menus. Anything that is red is already been removed because I have removed them in the pages, that is why they are red. So here for the home 8, I will just remove it, and then I want to keep it as home. And then for the pages we have about us, so let's make the about us a heading, and under the about we can keep team, FAQs, pricing, and projects. You can also keep the project details if you want to. And then from here we can get rid of these things from here. For the services, I'm good with how they are here. And then for the news, as I was telling you, you can decide whether you want to keep it news or blog. In my case, I would just name them as blog, and let's create blog detail as the sub menu. And then for the shop, we don't have a wish list, and this cart, and this my account. And then at the last we have a contact. So let's just click on save menu, and now if we go back here and if I will give it a refresh, you will see that now the menus are how I arranged them in this section right here. We have home, and under the about we have team, FAQs, our pricing, projects and project details, and then under the services we have a bunch of other kind of services, and then we have blog, and then we have shop, and then we have contact. So we are good with the menus right here. Now that we have worked on the menu, we can actually start working on the header. We'll start with the header, and then we'll go to the footer, and then we will start working on the pages. So in order to start working on the header, what you actually have to do is to go back to the dashboard of the website. So here you can see I am back to the dashboard of the website, and then from here you will see this option header. There are two ways to access this. You can either click on this header from here, or you can go back to the front end of your dashboard, and then from here you will find an option that say customize. But let's just go back and let's just click on the header here, and as you will click on the header, this will automatically start loading the header. Now you will have to wait until it is actually loading it. So once it will get loaded, from here you can find this option that says header. So just click on the header, and then in here, if I tell you that on this header we have this top bar, and then we have a logo, and then a menu and a cart icon, and then a button. So this is top bar of the header, and this is main header. So here you can see in our options we have a top bar. You can just click on the top bar, and then in here if you want you can also display the phone number. We don't have a phone number in here right now, but here you can see we have this address label. So one thing, we have a label, and another thing, we can add a number. So for the label you can see they have used an icon, and the icon is FA map marker, which is this thing right here. This is map marker, and then there they are using FA envelope. So this is envelope for the email, and then in here you can add the address of your company, and then in here you can add the email address of your company. So here for example, if I change it to info@testwebsite.com, it will automatically get updated here. Right here you can see it says info@testwebsite.com. So in this way you can change this email address and the address from there. Now you can just click on the arrow, and then in here you can see you have the option for the logo. You can just click on the logo, and here you can see it says Zing box, which is this logo that they are using. You can just click on this change image, and then you can upload your own logo, and then you can use your logo. You can do the same thing for here. This one is for the desktops or the laptops, and this one is for the mobile. So make sure you change both of these logos. Now let's just go back from here. Next up we have the navigation. So for the navigation, we already know that this navigation is coming from the appearance menus, but in here you can actually control the distance between the menus, which is 15 pixels. So I'm good with the 15 pixel. You don't actually have to change anything there. Next up you have the header options. So for the header options you have bunch of different kind of headers available. So for example, right now we are using this header 1. We also have a header default and a header 2. So if I click on the header 2, it will automatically start loading, and here you can see this is how our header 2 is looking. In the same way you can pick the header 3, and then you will have the header 3, or if you want you can pick the header 4, and in that way you will have the header 4. Again the same thing, they have all the same things, the button, icons, call us, and everything else is the same. And then in here you have some other option, like if you want to make the header absolute, you can make it. If you want to make the header sticky, you can just turn it on, and as you scroll down you can see our header is actually sticking at the top. And if you don't want to keep that, you can just turn it off. And then if you want to hide this cart icon, you can just turn off the cart icon from here, and now you can see we don't have the cart icon there anymore. And then the same thing, if you want to have the search box, you can just enable this, and then you will have a search box right here. So this is your choice which component you want in the header and which component you don't actually need in the header. So from here you can actually go back. Next up we have this button option, and here you can see it says get a quote, and it is going to the contact page. If you want you can change it, but I guess get a quote is fine, so I'll just keep it the way it is. Next up we have the info, and for the info you can see it says call us, which is this option right here. For now it says 360-779 and so on so forth. If I want to change it, I can just change a number to just show you. Here you can see the number is changed, and this is where the number is coming from. So in this way you can actually change the header, and once you are satisfied, just click on this publish option right here. And once you will click publish, you can just click on this cross icon so that you can go back, and then from here just go to the website and let's just give it a refresh. And when you will give it a refresh, your header will get updated. Alright, now that we are here, we have already talked about the header. Now we can actually start working on the footer. Now as I scroll down at the bottom of the page, you can see this is our footer. If you will hover over here where it says edit with Elementor, you will find this option footer home 4. Just click on footer home 4, and once you will click on that, the Elementor page builder will start getting loaded. Now you will have to wait until it is getting loaded. Now here you can see it says new all-in-one SEO Elementor integration. Just click on got it, and then just click on this cross, and this is how our footer is looking. Here it says about company, and then here you have the option to add some additional content. So in order to add the additional content, let me just go back to the website and let me see if we can find something that we can use as additional content. So for example, if I want to copy this sentence from here, in the same way you can do the same thing. Just select all of these, remove, and then insert your content. Once done, you can do the same thing here. So with the Elementor, it is really easy to edit all of these things. Just click on this tiny pencil icon, and then you will find all of these options in the left panel. And here for this option you can just click here, and here you can see it says icon list. So this is a list, and where it says about company you can add a link. So right now it doesn't have a link. If you want to add a link, so for example I want to add the link of about page, I can just type in about, and here it says about us. So just select the about us, and that's it. And this way it has a link for the about us page. And then you have conditions, terms of use, and our services. So for the our services, if you want to insert the link for the services, just search for service, and here is the link for the services, and then in this way you can have that. If you want to rearrange these things, just click on a thing and select it and drag it at the top or the bottom, wherever you want to keep it. In the same way you can do the things with the services, where you have solar energy panel, psychiatry services, gynecology services, pulmonology, psychiatry services. So you can basically rename them from here, and then you can add the links for these services right here. Next up we have a section with the logo. So here you can see they have a logo, and if we go to the advanced option, they probably have a color. So here you can see they have a color. You can change the color to the green color so that it does match with our branding. And then in here once again you have the option to add the address, and then your email address, and then your phone number. And in the end you have this copyright option where it says copyright 2021. You can change it to 2025 by, and then it says theme flat. You will have to change that to your website name, so I'll just call it your website name here. And then there is the link. Just select all of these link, and then enter hash in here, so it's just a blank link and nothing is there. Once done, you can just click on this update or publish button right here, which is this pink button, and once you will update that, this will get updated. Now you can go back and give it a refresh, and once you will give it a refresh, it will update the footer that we have worked on. You can see the color is changed, and then there it is 2025 and your website name here. So in this way you can actually work on the header and the footer of this website. So once we are done with the header and footer and the menus, next thing that we can do is to start working on our website. So in order to do that, just go back to the dashboard of the website again, and then just click on the pages. So once you will click on the pages, let's just start from the home page. So here you can see we have home. Just hover over it and then click on this edit option right here, and once you will click on this edit, another page will start getting loaded, and this is where you actually have to wait. And once you will come to this page, you can see we have bunch of other options. This is coming from the SEO plugins, which is all in one SEO. And then you have this option where this is coming from slider revolution and bunch of other things. So here you can see it says template, and this is set to as front page, and this is basically the different options that you have. And then once you are here, what you can do is to actually click on this edit with Elementor. So just click on edit with Elementor and then click leave, and once you will click leave, it will basically start loading the Elementor page builder. Now here you will have to wait until it is loading the Elementor page builder, and once it will get loaded, you will find all of the different sections that we have on this page. But it is in the editor, and this is where we are going to make any kind of a changes that we want to make. So let's just go up, and then from here you can see the first section that we have is slider. So just click on the slider, and here you can see it says slider 4, selected module slider 4. Now that we know that this is slider 4, let me just show you where you can access it. So just go back to the dashboard. Let me just go back to the dashboard of the website, and once you will go back to the dashboard, from here just scroll down until you will find slider revolution. Just click on the slider revolution, and once you will click on the slider revolution, here you will find bunch of different kind of slides that we are using. In this theme we have slider 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you recall, we are using slider 4 here. This is slider 4. Just hover over there and then click on this tiny pencil icon, and once you will click on this tiny pencil icon, this will automatically start loading it. And now here you can see this is how it is looking. If you want to compare it, you can see it says best quality solar bright silly with solar energy. So here you can see we have the same headings, all the things are same. In order to edit them, just hover over to anything and then just click on it, and in this panel you will find the option to change it. So right now it says best quality solar, let's just add energy, and then where it says best city with solar energy, we can call it best city with solar energy probably. And then in here you can add an additional paragraph there. So let's just add a paragraph for the about. So I'll just click here, and there you can see it says you are sick of high electricity bill or have a strong desire to help the enviro. I'll just copy that, and then we can go here and then we can paste it. We can also paste it another time, and then from here you can basically arrange it just like I did. So once done, next up you have this learn more. So just click on that, and there you can see it says action. So just click on action, and it says simple link, and it is going to about us page. You can change the URL from here. You will have to provide the URL. For now it is set to about us, and then you have this hotline where you have a number. You can just click on contact, and then from here you can change this number. For now it is 0123456899, whatever it is. You can change it to anything that you want, and then once you are done, you can basically save it from here. You can see save, just save from here. Then at this point, if you hover over to this slide, you have actually two slides, which is slide 1 and slide 2. By the way, I already have a complete playlist for the slider revolution and how you can create different kind of slides using the slider revolution. If you are interested, I'll drop the link of that playlist in the description of this video so you can check that out. Again, as I was telling you, as you hover over to these slides, you have this 2 slide which is exactly the same, so you can update the slide from here. And then once you are done, just click on the save, and then you can go back to your website. And once you will go back to your website, the changes that you have made will reflect on the website. So let me just click on this home, and then in here you can see we have the now best quality solar energy, and then this is not silly anymore, and we have city here. That's where you can confirm that it has been changed. Anyways, let's just go back from here to the Elementor dashboard, and here we are. And then in here, this is the second section. Again, as I was telling you, just hover over to anything that you want to edit, then click on this tiny pink pencil, and once you will click on that, here you will find the option, and this is where you can update anything that you want. I'm not going to go in details on how you can change this text. This is pretty simple. You just select the text and just update it. And I already showed you how you can change these links. If you want to change the text, just change that text here and then add the link right here. Next up, we have this section where you have some additional things. They call it TF steps. So this is kind of like a step, but they are using it to display the benefits of the air services, which is non-polluting. Here you can see it has non-polluting, demand response, load shifting, and save ecology. So you can just expand by clicking any of these, and if you want to change the image, just click on the image and select different image. Make sure you have the same width or the same dimensions for the images, so in that way everything looks clean. Once done, here you can see we have the heading non-polluting, which is showing up right there, and then you have some additional sentence for this, which is showing right there, and then you have a link for read more, which is this link right here, and then you can add the link and you can choose different icon if you want to. I'm good with whatever they have selected, so I'll just keep it the way it is. And then you can do the same thing with the demand response, load shifting, and the save ecology. It's exactly the same how I described you. And in the end, you have this we are right here to realize your green energy dream. So just click on that. I don't like this I here, so just remove the I, and there you can see we are right here. And then it says find your solution. Again, this is not a link, you will have to provide the link here. Next up, we have our services. So for the our services, again, if you will hover over, just click on this tiny pink pencil icon, and then here you can see it says our services and provide some additional text that will go as the heading in here. And next up, you have this option that's just a hover boxes for the icon boxes where you have different services. You can type in your services here. I guess in our case, let me see, we have wind turbines, charge controller, and solar as a services. You can just rename them however you want to. Let me just rename to solar as a service, solar as a service. So in this way you can basically update anything like how I did. And then in here you can basically add additional content, and then at the end you have the option to add the link. So here read more, just add the link, and you can decide if you want to show it or you don't want to show it. If you want to hide it, just click here and it will get hidden. In this way it will get hidden. So anyway, scroll down, and in here you have an additional section for why choose us, and again it's the same thing. Just click on the tiny pencil icon and then just go through the different options that you have. I'm not going to go in details on how you are going to do that because I have already described all of these different things. Then next up you have the working process. Again, just click on the tiny pencil icon. Here you can see 1 2 3. Here we have set design planning, design analysis, and got final results. Everything here is how it should be, and then it is basically how you can check them out. Next up we have this one for the projects. So just click on that, and this is where the different kind of projects are showing up. So you might wonder that where will you add the project. So for that, what you have to do is to go to the dashboard of your website, and once you will go to the dashboard of your website, here you will find a new option that will say project. So just click on this project option right here, and there you can see we have a bunch of different projects added. In order to create your one, just click on this add new project. I'm not going to create a new project, but let me just describe you how it is working. If you hover over anything, just click on this edit, and once you will click on this edit option right here, this will start getting loaded. And once it will get loaded, here you can see the title, which is Solar Tech AC solar pump, and this is the featured image that we are using. If you will go here, you will find this image right here, Solar Tech AC solution. This is the image that they are using, and then from here you don't actually have to do anything. Just click on edit with Elementor, and once you will click on the edit with Elementor, it will actually start loading this page, and you will have to wait until it is actually loading. Now here you can see this is actually how it is showing up. You have different options like project details, project info, project category, project date, and then you can add the title, and then the additional information like what you did in this project, and then what was the main goal and everything like that. You can update them right here. Once done, you can just hover over to this Elementor logo and then click on exit to WordPress, and once you will click on exit to WordPress, you will go back from here. So now there is another there are few additional things that you actually have to check out before we go forward. Here you can see project post info. Now for the project post info, there you can see project info. Type the project info right here, and once you will type the project info here, it will basically go on the front end of the page. Once done, you can just click on this save button, and once you will click on the save button, this will get saved, and this is how you will add different kind of projects that will show up right there. So in this way you can add different projects. Next up, we have this section for the blog post. You cannot add the blog post here. For that, you will have to go back to the website, and then from here you can just click on posts, and this is where you can add different kind of posts. So if you want to add a new post, just click on add a new post. I already have created the tutorials on how you can create blog posts in WordPress. You can check them on my channel, but let me just show you here. Just click on this edit button so that you know how it is working. Here you can see they have the title in here. If you scroll down, you might find something else like blog settings. This is just a blog, but in here you will have to add a featured image right here, and then you can add the categories right here for the blog post. And then after that, you can just click on edit with Elementor, and once you will click on edit with Elementor, it will automatically start loading the page. Now you will have to wait until it is getting loaded. Now here you can see this is the title of the image, and this is the featured image that we have selected, and this all is the post content that you can add yourself. Once done, just click on this publish button, and then just click on Elementor logo, and then click on exit to WordPress. And once you will click on exit to WordPress, this will take you back to the WordPress dashboard. So in this way you can add different kind of blog posts. Again, I already have a complete playlist on how you can add these blog posts in WordPress. This is very simple. So let's just get back, and here you can see we have a section for the blog post. I actually don't need a section in here, or I certainly don't need a video that is showing up right here. So I'm actually going to remove this entire section from here. And then next up, we have a section for the testimonials, and then we don't need these icons. For the testimonial, just click here, and then in here you will find item 1. Just expand it, and there is the image of the person. There you can add the testimonial, and then this is the place where you can add the testimonial image. Next up, you can do the same thing with the second testimonials, the third testimonial, and the fourth testimonial. If you want to add anything extra, just click on add item, and it will add additional item, or you can also duplicate it by clicking here. Or if you want to remove anything, just click on this cross icon and it will remove it. So that's, I guess, everything on the home page. So now that we are done with the home page, just click on this update, and once you will click update, everything will get updated, and all the changes that you will make will get reflected. So now you can go back to the website to check for yourself that how it is looking. Now here is the thing, our home page, which is this page, is not showing up as the front page of our website. So I want to display this home as the front page of the website. So in order to do that, just click on the dashboard, and once you will click on the dashboard, from here just hover over to settings, and from here it says reading, just click on that, and then in here it says a static page, click on that. Where it says home page, click on that and choose home from here, and then click save changes. Now if you will open your website in the new tab, now you can see our home is set to as the front page, and whenever someone will type in your domain name, your home page will show up as the front page of your website. Now that we have already worked on this home page, we can actually work on the other pages. I have already described you about the project, that how the project is working, and I have also described you about the project details page, that how it is working. Let's just look at the about page. So just click on the about us page, and once you will click on the about us page, from here you have the option here where it says edit with Elementor. You can click on that, or you can go to the dashboard of your website, and once you will go to the dashboard of your website, from here what you can do is to click on the pages, And once you will click on the pages, from here you need to find a page that says about us, and then from here just click on edit with Elementor. And once you will click on the edit with Elementor, the Elementor page builder will start getting loaded. You will have to wait until it is been loaded. Now here you can see it is loaded. Here you can again just hover over the things. You will find different options for the images. Just click on this image pencil icon, and then in here you can change the image. And then here you can see this is the number counter. For now it is set to 1. You can add any number that you want. So for example 20, it will show 20, starting number 0, ending number. So for now it is set to 24. Number prefix, it will start from 1, or I have added 1 in here, or you can just leave it blank anyways. So again the same thing, you can click on this pencil icon and add a heading. You can change it here, and then you can add additional content right here. You can do the same things for these elements right there. You can do all of these things with all of these different sections. I'm not going to go in details because this is really the basic things. You can do it yourself. It is really simple. Once done, you can just go back to the dashboard, and then you can do the same thing with the FAQ. So for the FAQs, just click on the FAQ, and once you will click on the FAQ, this time just click on edit with Elementor. And once you will click on the edit with Elementor, the Elementor page builder will start getting loaded. You will have to wait until it is getting loaded. Here you can see it is loaded. These are your FAQs. Just click on the tiny pencil icon. Now in here you can see this is your first FAQ. Can I refer anyone? Click and expand it, and then you can change your question here, and you can change your answer here. This is that simple. Just click on an element, change the question, change the answer. If you need something extra, you need a space for the extra question, just click on this duplicate icon, and it will just duplicate and it will show up right here. And then you can change it. Here you can see it's 5 to 6 now. In that way you can change that. Here is your form, and it is coming from the contact form, which is also coming from your WordPress dashboard. If you don't need anything, just hover over to the section and then click on this cross, and it will delete that section. Once done, just click on publish, and all the changes will get published, and then you can just go back to your WordPress dashboard. Now let's just look at the services page. So let me just click on the services, and once you will click on the services, from here you can just click on edit with Elementor again. And once you will click on the edit with Elementor, the Elementor page builder will start getting loaded. Once again you will have to wait until it is being loaded. Again the same thing, just click here, give it a different title if you want to, and then change your content right here, and then there you have different cards. So if you click here, you will not find any of these options to add the services here, because this is actually coming from your WordPress dashboard. So you have to edit them in the WordPress dashboard. Now let's just go back in the WordPress dashboard, and let me just show you how it works. So once you will go back to the WordPress dashboard, here you will find the option for the services. So just click on the services options right here, and here you can see we have different kind of services. Now in order to edit this, just click on this edit option right here. And once you will click on the edit option, here you will find yourself. In here you will have to provide the featured image that will show up here. You can see this image right here. This is basically coming from this place. And then from here you can just click on edit with Elementor, and then the Elementor page builder will start getting loaded. Once it will get loaded, you can see the featured image that we have selected, and then this is the title, and then this is the additional thing that you can add here in the Elementor, and you can edit in the Elementor. Again, I'm not going to go in details on how you can edit this. This is pretty simple. Once you are done, just go back to the WordPress dashboard. This is the place where you are getting different kind of services basically. So it says solar as a service. I can change it to solar as service, and then you can just click save, and it will basically get saved. Now you can click on all services, and here you can see it says solar as service now. And then you can go here, and this is the place where you will find them. Again, this is a new section. You can edit all of these different sections according to your choices, and then you can click on this publish option, and in this way this will get published, and then you can go back. So that's basically how you can create all of these different pages and the services pages. Next up we have the blog page. I already have described you about how you can create the blogs. You don't actually have to do anything on this page. All the things will automatically get updated on this page, so you don't have to worry about these things. Next up we have the shop page. I'm not going to go in details about the shop page. I already have a tutorial and a complete playlist on WooCommerce at how you can create the shop functionality on any website. If you are interested, you can just have a look at that playlist. I'll drop the link of that playlist in the description of this video. By the way, if you need a website, I'll drop the my WhatsApp number somewhere on the screen or in the description, so you can just contact me from there, or you can contact me on the email as well. Next up we have a contact us page. So on the contact us page you have nothing but just a form. So in order to edit that, just click on edit with Elementor, and once you will click on edit with Elementor, the Elementor page builder will start getting loaded. Now you will have to wait until it is being loaded, and here you can change this right to us, and in here you can change your phone number, your email address, and anything that you are seeing here. And then this is the place where you can change the form. The form is coming from contact form 7, so you don't actually change it here. In order to change the form, go back here. Here you will find the tab for the contact, so just click on that contact tab, and here we have a form that have a title of contact and it have an ID of 3453. So you just need to find the form that have an ID of 3453, and you will find the form in here. I guess it's this form contact that we are using, so you can just edit them, but I would recommend not to edit any of these things because they work just fine. Then you have a place for the different locations if you have, but I guess not a lot of people have those locations. But if you want to keep, you can keep it, and then you can click publish, and in that way you will have your own website for the solar company. Now there's just one thing left which I haven't talked about yet, which is actually these sidebars, that how you are going to edit these sidebars. So in order to do that, just go back to the dashboard of your website, and once you are here in your dashboard, and then from here just hover over to this appearance, and once you hover over there you will find this option widgets. Just click on the widgets, and once you will click on the widgets, this will automatically start loading the widgets. And then as you scroll down here, you will find this services sidebar. So here you can see I am one of the services page, so just scroll down, and this is the services sidebar. You might not need this company profile thing, so let's just delete that. So here on the services sidebar, just expand this, and once you will expand this, here you can see the company profile. Just click on that, and then you can click on these 3 dots and then just click delete, and once done click update, and here you will find widget saved. Just go back, and if you will give it a refresh now, that thing has been removed from here. So in that way you can control this widget or sidebar area right here. And then that's the same thing that you can do with the blogs as well. So if I click on the blog, here you can see we have a sidebar in here where we have a search form, a category, recent post, and then we have this big your headline here. I don't need your headline here, so let's just delete that. Here let's just collapse this, and there you have this sidebar for shop, sidebar for toggler, and then this is the sidebar for blog. So if you scroll down, just select this, click on these 3 dots, and then click delete. That's it. Click update, and now if you will go back here and if you will give it a refresh, you can see we don't have that element here anymore. So in this way you can basically create your own solar energy company website. If you have found this tutorial helpful, please click on the subscribe button and be a subscriber. And if you want me to create a specific kind of tutorial, you can just drop them in the comment section. If you have any question and you are finding any kind of difficulties creating the websites for yourself, you can contact me on the WhatsApp. I'll try to help you as much as I can. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video.